Before we get into this video, I want to say that this is like no other regarding AI and content creation. I won't be showing you how to generate quotes from ChatGPT to use in Canva posts. I won't be showing you how Midjourney makes cool photos that you can post. I won't be showing you how you can create AI YouTube scripts that are 2 minutes long and filled with generic info. I'll be showing you exactly how I'm using AI to create authentic content for my business's brand with over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Not to mention how I use it to come up with short form content for our Instagram with over 15,000 followers, and for growing our Twitter account as well. So let me show you all these tips and tricks. Number one, my YouTube partner. So whenever I come up with a video idea, I like to take 5-10 minutes to just ramble on the idea using speech to text. So essentially Windows picks up all the words I'm saying and translates it into words in Notion. Let me show you how I do this.
This is pretty self-explanatory, but it's actually really cool and I really enjoy this. So I have a new page in Notion here and I just click into it and I click Windows key plus H, and now you'll see it's gonna start picking up the words as I'm saying them, doing the speech to text function. So all I would do is I would just find my talking points and then just start blabbering on for maybe 5 to 10 minutes and just talking out loud like this and having it all be recorded through speech to text. So here's an example of one I recently did, right? So just kind of talked a little bit about it, and then what I do is I copy and paste this and then head over to chat, and then I have a prompt below in the download that you can get, and you just paste that within. And now all it's gonna do is of course go through this as it always does, and let's just look at it. And you can see it's giving me a very good outline, so I can either go back and make a full script for this or just kind of take a screenshot of this on my phone, take a photo on my phone, and then sit down and just start talking about these points and go on from there. And I mean, that is only tip number one, so let's get into more.
Number two, unlimited content ideas. Okay, so this is the only tool in the video that technically isn't AI, but I wanted to share this with you because this thing is a freaking amazing lifesaver for creating content. So if you ever notice, whenever you Google a question on Google, if you scroll down, you'll see a section called People Also Ask. And what it does is it gives you 4 related questions to your original question, which is cool. And you can get more questions by simply clicking them open, and then more will essentially show. So by clicking these open, you can see I went from 4 to now I'm probably at like 16 or something, and that's cool and all. So now you can see some questions here, but you have to click them open. You know, you can copy and paste these, but it's a little bit messy. So let me show you how to get all of these questions. So the tool is called SEO Minion, and you can install it as a Chrome extension. So just click install, then once you're done, go back and refresh your Google search. So now we'll refresh our Google search, and as we can see on the right-hand side here, you'll see this screen. So what you want to do is put it to download, change all organic results to PAA, which stands for People Also Ask, which remember, that is this section right here, PAA, People Also Ask. Cool. And now you can change this to, let's go 5 levels. It's gonna take about 2 minutes. So now once you click go, just stay on this tab here. And as you can see, it's going through and clicking. And if we scroll down, you'll see like it's actually opening these themselves and like scraping all that data for us. And it'll take about 2 minutes here, but keep the tab open. So then once it's done, it's gonna actually ask to save as a CSV file. So do that, then save it, and of course, click it open here. And all we're gonna do in the CSV is just copy all these questions. And it pulled about 316 questions. So copy and paste this, and now we're gonna go over to chat. So technically it is AI. So what you wanna say is I originally asked the question, what the original question is. Google's People Also Ask gave me a list of these questions, paste them in, and then said, if I want to make 30 short form videos around my topic question, give me 30 short form ideas based off the relevant questions in the People Also Ask section that I pasted above. So then once it spits back you all these questions, what you can do is just note them down or save them somewhere, and then go ahead and shoot short form content answering these questions. So for the question, how to price your online course for maximum profit, maybe you've tested course prices before and you know that one price works better than the other, or you should do a certain payment plan works better than the other. Things like that. Number 3, automated Twitter growth with Postwise. All right, so now the next tool we have is called Postwise. This is essentially kind of a Twitter scheduler, also a Twitter AI content creation machine with not only single tweets, but also AI creating threads. So I'm gonna tell the AI to write a single tweet about why you should use AI as a content creator, and then we click on create. It just takes a few seconds, and I believe if it still does it, it spits back about 6 tweets that it's gonna give you to choose from. So as you can see, it went ahead and gave us 6 tweets, and they're all pretty good tweets. I wouldn't exactly copy and paste these, but you can go in and you can essentially just click on this, you can change up some words and whatnot, and then you can just schedule it out as a regular Twitter post, and you're good to go. So now, instead of doing a single tweet, let's have it create a thread for us. So we'll click on thread, then we'll click on create again, and it's gonna do its magic. It's gonna make 6 tweets to essentially begin a thread with. So then, spits us back 6 tweets that we could use to start a thread. And I mean, this one's pretty good, this one's all right. This one's good. So let's say we wanted to write more about this one. We just click in, and then all we do is we just click the plus button, and then we can just write a thread, create plus, and write more threads. But now the really cool part is, let's say we want AI to just create the whole thing for us. Well, with a click of that button, we can go ahead and do it. All right, so now if we take a look at this, we can see that 1, data-driven decisions, 2, content optimization, 3, content automation, 4, video production, 5, chatbot assistance, 6, audio content, 7, social media marketing, 8, competitor analysis. I mean, like, this honestly will probably have some tweaks to it if I wanted to post it, but the fact that it did that much groundwork for me is amazing. And honestly, the big way on how I use this is, as me being the expert, I kind of let it do a lot of the groundwork, and then I just change up to be more specific about what my actual expertise is in this. Number 4, you're my avatar. So when you have so much knowledge about a topic, it's pretty hard to pick a starting point. So why not go ahead and take a deep dive into the mind of your perfect viewer?
Now, this right here is one of my favorite things I love going to whenever I kind of fall into a creative rut or I'm just not sure exactly what to talk about. Like I said, when you're the expert at something, you have a lot of information, but you don't know exactly what to go deep on for a specific video. So the prompt here is, I make content for this person to achieve this thing. They have fears of X, they get frustrated by Y, and their goal is Z. Please expand and add more onto my viewer avatar. So essentially we're giving it kind of a rough viewer avatar and having it making a better one for us. So for mine, essentially it's about content creators who teach about interests they are passionate about. They're trying to make money through courses or digital products. They kind of have fears about the algorithm getting views and not knowing how to capitalize off views and turn them into customers. They're frustrated about their videos underperforming and struggling to find ideas over and over again. And their goal is to at least make $1,000 a month. So I'm gonna tell chat to essentially please expand more and add more onto my viewer avatar. So it kind of fills it out a little bit better for me. And like I said, this is super, super helpful because we're gonna use it to give us more content ideas to perfectly target this person. So now once that builds it out for us, we're gonna say, now what are 30 searches my viewer avatar would search on YouTube to solve their problems and reach their goals? Essentially, chat's gonna give us a whole bunch of video topics and or even titles we could possibly use. And the best part is, let's say you really like one of these topics and you wanna make a video out of it. Well, before you do that and you wanna make sure it's a good idea, you can use the viral title generator that I'm gonna show you here soon and plug in one of these ideas and get out like 50 insane viral titles that you could possibly use to make sure the video actually gets views. So stick around, you'll wanna see that.
Number 5, AI video editing with Glin. The worst part about making talking head videos like this is the miserable amount of time you spent cutting it all together. Getting rid of all the outtakes and pauses. Well, let me tell you, Glin is the godsend to help do it for you. So I just recorded this 12-minute video, and now of course we have to go and cut it down. This is by far one of the most painstaking processes of video editing, is just getting this to actually be one cohesive thing that you can then start actually editing. So there's an AI tool that does a lot of this for us. So this tool is called Glin, and just to show you guys, right, this isn't some random affiliate thing I'm pushing to you. I've been using this for over 9 months now and used it for a lot of videos. So all we do is click select new file, and we'll click our file, and then you can see it's gonna cut silences and bad takes. And we can see this video, like I said, is about 12 minutes long. So let's click on continue. And this takes probably 2 to 3 minutes to actually just do this. So now once your video gets glinged, as I call it, we're gonna look at a few things here. So as we can see, there's a timeline at the bottom. And what we can do is, it's almost like a word editor over here, is that we can essentially delete words, and it's almost like we're deleting it in Premiere. Now also you can filter it off to show cuts or not show cuts. I always keep show cuts on because I wanna see what is it cutting, So that way I have actual context of like what it's cutting. And then you can also choose to skip cuts or not when you watch it back in the timeline here, which I always keep skip cuts on because I don't want to see the outtakes that I'm deleting in the video. So let's just break this down line by line real quick. So all right, I know that can go. All right, what's up? It's Ryan from Heat. All right, up, it's Ryan from Heat. All right, what's up? So I can see like you're seeing me stumble over my words. So I know that from here on out, this is actually the part I want to do. So I'm gonna highlight this part and just delete this. So now if we play skip cuts, you'll see it's gonna go right to here. All right, what's up? It's Ryan from Heat, and let's go over how you can make money as a music producer. So essentially, I don't have to watch the video back and play it and like cut it. I can just read this as an actual Word doc and then go, okay, well, there's a word of sync licensing. If you wanna learn more about sync licensing. So like you can see it picked up that like these were all outtakes, right? And this is the actual take. Cool. He is the guy. That doesn't matter. He does all the sync licensing, just so you know. Sweet. All right, back to selling beats. All right, so back, so you can see that is like all deleted stuff, me tripping on my words. And so once you make your cuts, what you can actually do is export this as a Premiere file. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back into Premiere and simply import the glinged out version that we saved. So now you'll see we have clip 0, which is the full clip, and the sequence. And if we click this sequence in, you can see it's just as if we actually did the manual cutting ourselves. And what's so good about this is that it's non-destructive. So for whatever reason, if something got deleted that you didn't see in Glin that you want back in the video, you can simply just go ahead and get the part of like, oh, that was the line before this word, just click it and drag it back out and go and recover that because it's non-destructive. That pretty much does all the work for you, and I love this tool. And if you do talking head videos with a script, or videos where you're kind of rambling on and you don't want to have to go through the process of cutting them down, this thing is a fucking lifesaver. Number 6, unlimited personalized short form ideas. So before I showed you how you could get short form content using Google's People Also Asked, but those questions aren't really specific to you or your life, just specific to a topic you know about. But let me show you, this is how you're gonna get hyper personalized questions about your own life for short form content. So like I said, everything that you're gonna need is linked below in the description, but what you wanna do is you wanna list out your accomplishments, your thoughts, your skills that you have acquired, your values, and essentially your beliefs in life. And so there's a little prompt here of like your podcast GPT, take all these things, take my values, and essentially ask me novel questions as if I was a guest on your podcast. So what we do is we copy and paste all of this. And like I said, kind of the more random too, the better, because you're gonna get more random questions. All right, so it spit out 11 questions for us, but we can always just ask for endless questions and more and more and more. But like, as you can see, with such an extensive background in shooting and editing music videos, what was the most memorable or challenging project you worked on and why? Because this is about his life, he can ramble on about that and probably have a really good story that might go viral on social media. Also, questions like how has sharing your journey with others through vlogging influenced the way you view your accomplishments and your experiences? That'd be a good one. What are some key strategies or tips for creating engaging and authentic content that resonates with your audience? Really, because all these questions are hyper personalized to you and your life and your accomplishments and everything around you, it's gonna be pretty easy to answer them with some actual substance. And like I said, if you want more questions, just go ahead and say, ask me 30 more questions, ask me 50 more questions. And it's just gonna keep on spitting out more and more and more questions for you to make short form videos about. And number 7, viral titles. So saving the best for last here, essentially I have this prompt also in the description below so that way you don't have to type it out because you can't type it out. I tell chat to analyze the titles from viral videos and figure out the patterns and kind of the diction behind the words. I don't know if that's the right meaning of that at all, as to why I think these videos go viral, and I give it a whole bunch of viral titles that I've found. And then essentially it says, upon analyzing the viral videos, a numbered list, strong language, insider knowledge, emotional appeal, relatability, tutorials, time-sensitive, success stories, and case studies. So now we kind of prime chat to know what exactly makes up a really good YouTube title. So the original idea I had for this video was 7 ways I use AI to create content. Not the best title, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell chat to make 50 variations of this title using its new knowledge. And all you do is you just sit back, relax, and this thing goes ahead and just spits out some amazing title ideas that you can either keep on getting more suggestions from, or if you find one here, you can roll with it. All right, so I think we found a winner here. I'm just gonna stop it actually. I love 7 unexpected ways AI boosts my content creation game. And I think I'm just gonna change that to content creation workflow. I also liked 7 game-changing AI strategies for content creation mastery. I'm probably just gonna need that 7 game-changing AI tools for content creation. So I'm stuck between those two, but you can see just how easy that was. Now, like I said, if you need links to everything I mentioned and all the prompts, click the first link in the description to get it completely for free. Peace out, have a good day, and I really hope this helps you because it helps me like no other.